Good evening, viewers of Beg Media and Beg TV. Welcome to this lively show and interview. With us, we have Honorable David Okwere, the MP-elect for Bukedea County. Honorable Okwere has been on the political scene for some time, although he has been doing a lot of underground work, but is actually one of those people who have been actively mobilizing for the NRM. Honorable Okwere, how did you win the Bukedea County seat?
Thank you so much, Big Media, and all the viewers. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to the people of Uganda and to Africa at large. It is such a great privilege to speak to you, and I want to appreciate that my coming into Parliament is an answer which has not come out of my own will, but it's an answer of the will of the people who have spoken so loudly right from the time I began planting my ground to the people in 2017. And it actually ended today with the last elections, where I garnered more than 68,000 votes. And I can actually proudly say that I'm one of those MPs who has actually been voted with the highest number of votes, if I'm not to say from the whole of Uganda and the whole of Eastern region. So that represents the voice of the people, which actually puts that I should come and serve them. The other thing, of course, of my coming in to serve the people of Bukedea and Teso region at large is an answer of consolidating the achievements of the NRM party. What we have always put forward and saying protecting the gains. And what gains do we have that Teso has gotten? One, currently at the moment, Teso has benefited a lot from this current government with appointment of the Vice President, Jessica Lupo. And then the other one is the appointment and elections of the Right Honorable Anita Among Annette, who is now serving actually in two capacities, Speaker of Parliament and also the second vice female who sits in the SEC. Such positions have never been had in Teso region and per se Bukedea as a constituency. I've never seen any other person of that caliber who was too bold and could have gotten that other opportunity. But by God's grace, we have been able to get that. The other thing, of course, of consolidating the achievements, we have had people like Minister of Foreign Affairs, like Jejo Dongo. We have Ogwang Peter, who's the Minister of State for Sports. And then we have Inaje with Okasai. And then if you look into other areas, like the Auditor General, we have Akwal, who's also from Teso. That per se, we also have the Governor, Bank of Uganda is also from Teso. So these are things we are trying to consolidate the achievements that NRM has given to us, and we're trying to protect the gains so that we continue serving the government and people of Uganda. So the other thing, of course, which I'd also wanted to say we need to consolidate is the peace which the NRM government has given to Teso region. Initially, before, we used to have the Karamojong raids in Teso, where a lot of cows were looted. And then that did not stop also there, but it also continued with the Karamojong and the rebel activities in Teso. If you may remember, we used to have the rebel activities of Joseph Kony. It crossed up to Teso region. And it also did not stop there. We also had the rebel activities of Alice Lakwena by then, and some other rebel groups of Peter Tai who used to be there. So they distorted and they destabilized the whole of Teso region. We did not have peace. People could not study. People could not sleep in their homes. People could not go and cultivate in their homes. And people were living in that impoverished life. But ever since the gospel of the NRM came into Teso, I think we are now comfortably staying and relaxing, feeling the fruits of the party.
I think one last question now. You have spoken so much about the role of Right Honorable Anita Among in your victory.
Of the people. And when the government listened to the interest of the people, one of the things, of course, which had happened was to say that issues of the rebel activities in Teso region stopped. And it stopped completely. The other thing, of course, was about the Karamojong raids. And then the government, of course, had to work so actively and stopped the Karamojong raids. So when people saw that they were now enjoying what they call total peace, that grievance now moved, or it shifted from that other angle where people were doing it as a protest, when people were thinking that they could get refuge from FDC. And FDC, of course, did not give any help to them. Now people now had to shift from FDC now and now began working together with the NRM government. And they have seen that ever since they supported the NRM government, they have enjoyed the peace. People are now getting a lot of things in the region. Government has given rewards in terms of positions in the Teso region. Like now, currently, we are having the second biggest person in the country. The vice president comes from Teso region. We are having the third biggest person in the country, who's a speaker of parliament. Other regions have actually gotten such opportunities, but Teso had never gotten that. The other things, of course, key positions in different ministries, like Ministry of Foreign Affairs, like Jejo Dongo. And then when you get into other people like Ministry of Sports, we have Owang Peter. We had Fisheries, of course, with Honorable Adoa. We have Okasai on issues of energy. If I'm to list, the list is endless. And that, of course, does not leave now the other factor where you see that even the office of the Auditor General of Uganda, the person is from Teso. Even the governor of Bank of Uganda, the person is from Teso. So Teso is actually feeling that they have been recognized. And that message alone is actually a signal for them to embrace NRM and work together with NRM.
As we wind down, what kind of MP do you hope to be in the 12th Parliament? You know when people go to Parliament, they visualize, they sit and visualize, am I going to be the kind of MP who's going to stand up and speak? Do I have just come here and watch the debate? Is there any specific committee, parliamentary committee, that you'd wish to sit on so that you contribute your expertise? What kind of MP do you see yourself in the 12th Parliament?
I think to begin with, it's an opportunity to be given to serve people as a member of Parliament. And since it's an opportunity which represents the interest of two sectors, one, the people who voted for you, I must stand the test to see that the need of the people is addressed after the last dot. The second thing, of course, is the interest of my party, NRM. What is the interest of my party? I must stand to see that I address the issue of the party up to the last dot. Here is my take, that I'm going to be an MP who is going to be a game changer. A person with the new ideas to be introduced in Parliament, of course, working together with the Speaker of Parliament and together with the leadership. And the other one, of course, in consultation together with my party through the chairman of the party and the SEC members and the Secretary General of the party, to see that I'm going to chip in a lot of my ideas, which I have carried, like as I said before, from my exposure of the life I have had from the legal practice, which I have been doing. And then the other one, of course, from the business angle, where I've been in the private sector. The other factor, of course, is on the diplomatic exposure, which I have had. And then the other one, of course, the one which I have had from the local person. So that alone, as I said before, gives me that opportunity to say that I'm going to be a game changer, a person of change, a person of transformation, to make sure that the person that I stand in for will feel the best why they sent me to Parliament, and they will achieve it. And Uganda will be here.
Any final word for your voters, for the viewers, and anybody watching?
My vote of thanks, of course, today goes first of all to my party, NRM, for having given me the opportunity to carry the flag of NRM. So the other one, of course, is the chairman of the party. And then not forgetting, of course, the Right Honorable Speaker, who's the woman member of Parliament. She contributed a lot to my coming into Parliament. She's another game changer. Although she's my role model, she's a mother. And not, of course, to forget the people who stood with me during the campaign. All those people, I really want to pay tribute to them, to say thank you. And above all, I don't want to forget the media, because the media, like you, Idris, together with the management, you taught me how to write, you taught me how to speak, you taught me to how to be bold. If it wasn't such kind of good coachings from people from you, I would have not made where I am. So I really appreciate the media team of Uganda for having stood together with me from the time when I was still a young person and exposed me out to the world to be known. You have done a good job. And I am here to say that even if I go to Parliament, we shall always work together and walk together, hand to hand, shoulder to shoulder, until we achieve the mission of success that we are born to serve in Uganda. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Honorable, for sparing your time to be with us. Thanks.